Yeah, I almost got killed by bugs, so that was great.
So that is where we are.
That's a little,
You guys, as the kind of like adrenaline runs out of your bodies as you come out of this combat, you all look over around each other and see that it is still once again. You, from your hiding place, heard the strange scuffle as these people walked into a different direction. You heard like gross kind of zombie sounds and like eldritch blast and other shit.
Did you do eldritch blast? I don't know.
Did I? It's been so long.
I don't know. That was the one cantrip that came to head.
It's the one cantrip that warlocks have.
I'm thinking I may have used magic missile at some point. I have one spell slot missing. I don't remember what it was used for.
Warlock somewhere in another session used Flash.
Yeah.
Warlock, that's it.
But that is where you guys are. You all kind of come out of this combat situation and look around. What would you like to do?
What? Okay, so that clearly like goes around the corner. Can I see anything down these stairs?
You can't really see further down, but you know the chanting's coming from this direction.
Oh, okay, so that's where the okay. Cool.
And then that's like what? Like a cell in front of us?
No, like all of these are open. You can keep going.
Oh.
It's just whatever direction you want to go in.
But that's where the zombie came from.
Zombie.
Would you, hearing this kind of discussion going on there, would you kind of hear it? You've been in here for, you don't really know how long, but you've heard this kind of strange echoing going around. You kind of, you don't know if you've been here for a couple days, but you've just kind of been trying to find different spots to hide. And you found this cupboard when you heard these people coming up behind you. And you hear them having this little discussion about what should we do next.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to follow these guys because they're probably my best bet to get out of here.
Okay. Are you going to try and be sneaky and kind of follow them for a little bit, or are you going to go up and kind of make yourself known?
It's all up to you, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
walk up into the place.
My passive perception is 14.
Yeah.
I'll follow them for a bit.
Are you sneaking, or are you gonna make your presence known?
I'm gonna sneak.
Okay, take the d20,
Okay.
and go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
So that should be, you should probably be proficient in it.
You're gonna be good at this. You should be. As a rogue.
Yes, you are proficient in it, so you get +6 to whatever you roll.
Okay.
A rogue that's bad at stealthing. That's
Come on now.
11, so.
+6.
6, that's 17.
You get 17.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
I'd say you guys are pretty vigilant, but just kind of coming out of this and knowing this direct area is a little bit clearer, you don't notice anything, but you kind of start to...
Obviously our sights are focused on other things.
Yeah.
Right.
Our dark vision, if you will.
Yes.
You kind of creep out and kind of slink under this table here to get a better view on what's going on.
Alright.
You kind of like push a couple of bones and weird shit out of the way as you kind of like scrabble underneath here.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing?
You think we should go further? Ain't no other way out. That's the way we came back in. But
Well, we're not down here to find a way out. We're here for something else.
We're here to.
We're still trying to figure out what the rest of what's up at this house. Is that it?
Yes, yeah.
I can't remember. Can't remember why we came down here in the first place.
which way did the zombies come from exactly?
This direction and this direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So, I mean, maybe we can find some clues in this house to figure out the rest of the mystery that we've stumbled into.
maybe check back around the room that we just came in from. We just left.
For absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean.
No, they break in the cabinet. Maybe there was something.
Well, you know there was a passageway that went off that direction
yeah,
that you
but
didn't
that's
check out.
wasn't the chanting like?
The chanting is coming from here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's down
So
these
explore all
stairs.
the rooms before we head to the
Right.
story.
okay.
Classic RPG moment.
Yeah,
Victor just starts going that way.
This
So
way.
straight, yeah.
Straight. Okay. So let's see.
I take the lead because Beard Fist has disappeared, and I don't care.
Right.
So you
He
guys,
always wanted to charge straight into them.
you kind
Until
of
we
watch
haven't
as this
developed
group
that
kind of this discussion, which it's really fucking hard for you to see because you're kind of just looking at blank shadows and nothingness.
It's
but
so
you kinda,
bright in here.
Yeah.
you hear you hear this small discussion and you hear footsteps begin to recede further down this tunnel.
I wish we could make it darker.
Like my soul.
You guys.
I wish we could be.
It just got very.
Sorry, the lips slap sometimes.
At some point in the story, I'm just gonna
Are we
say
not
the
going
accent's
straight
fake as fuck because I can't keep it up.
More of a.
Straight ahead had
It's mostly
an
just
avalanche.
for parties. I wasn't expecting it.
Hold on. Where are my dinkles at, man?
Oh no.
So, for the sake of storytelling, Victor is currently walking into
Okay.
the invisible wall that marks the
So-
edge of the map.
Now,
Alright,
now,
now we're
loading. Now loading.
Good. Buffeting. So as you make your way down this dark corridor and you kind of hear these footsteps receding, Victor, you look around and you see that you enter into a chamber that is barren but for a rusting chandelier suspended over a table, flanked by two high-backed chairs. The candlesticks that are standing in the corners of the room have long since melted away, and two doors lead to two different halls.
Oh,
So it's like a fancy chandelier hanging over a single table with two chairs.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like, reminds me of home.
So there's a door here, and there is like a walkway this direction.
just dirt walls.
Yeah, it's like subterranean.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. It does not remind me of home.
I was about to say.
Well, I just assumed they were like stone basement type
okay.
walls.
They spruced up the
And a
place.
chandelier and a table with fancy chairs. Like,
They tried their best.
that's very,
As you kind of
Ben Houston
extricate
Castle
yourself from beneath the
Estate.
bones, go and do another stealth check for me as you kind of have to carefully and blindly step around all
Oh,
of
God.
these different bones.
Be careful of those weird piles of bones that we
Okay.
can see very clearly.
Plus, wait,
Plus-
you had 6, right?
+6, yes.
Okay.
They're so
19.
I was about to get really excited. Like I see.
Yep. So you seem to have not been noticed by this group, but this is what you see, Victor, and you guys all collectively see as you walk into this room.
Is there anything on the table?
What's on the table?
Looks like a little bit of like tea set or something, dusted and moldy, a little bit,
Ugh.
Caked over. It seems to have been here for a very long time.
Antique or just functional?
Just functional.
Eh, bullshit. Anything
All this
else
effort
along
into
the
ritual sacrifices.
anything else along the walls or anything?
Housekeeping.
Nothing along the walls. You see these kind of gold, dusty, long, like floor-sized candlesticks, but all of the wax in them have completely melted down to the bottom. You see kind of like a dark hallway leading off this direction towards something, and then you see a doorway right here.
Who wants to check out the doorway?
Thank you.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds like you.
I got us here.
So you
It's your
kind
turn.
of walk up to the door here.
Oh. Can I check to see if there are any traps on that door?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
There. No, actually. Oh, you took that one. That's right. Oh! That hurts. That's a 5, buddy.
Oof.
Well, actually a 7, but, you know.
As far as you can tell, it's been trapped.
Cool. Alright. Open the door.
Okay.
See what's on the other
So
side.
you reach out for the door and kind of like take a minute. You kind of push against it. It doesn't really budge. You try again, and it's not really giving. But as you kind of like take your paw back and you start to like pull it back, it seems to kind of like stick to your hand for a second. You kind of feel this like kind of suction sound going on. You kind of like start to panic for a little bit, and then you watch as the door kind of just like and like ripples up to the top, and then you look as you see two glossy eyes just kind of like.
Oh,
Oh.
And you look down
no.
and you start to blink. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh fuck.
Is this a mimic?
Wait, which-
Just roll your d20, and then.
Dustin looking
He,
very
he
distracted.
did open the mimic box.
Oh, your initiative is
Yeah.
your dexterity.
Seems
Okay.
pretty
So it's a
mimicking.
modifier.
Oh yeah, we're
Dexterity
doing a roll.
Yeah. So it
Oh,
should be
so
like.
plus 4.
Decide you don't want to use
Yeah.
the tower?
Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever
Do you
you
want the
roll.
tower?
Yeah, if you'll pass it to me, I'll send it here.
Alright, this dice.
They're cool.
I'm gonna borrow one of your dice towers. It's bad.
Okay, so let me get this set up a little bit. Let's get
If you don't have room, you can share this one. But
I got enough. Thanks. Cool. I think it's just a dice. This thing is just. Ugh.
Okay. And what is?
It's no worse.
they're pretty, but they're all that shit.
What is your character's name?
Cow.
Cal. C-A-L. Okay. So,
This needs to be short for Calpurnia.
let's see, Gloriana, what is your initiative?
14! I rolled
14.
pretty well.
All right.
In comparison,
Cal, what is your
So how I roll?
initiative?
no, in
I
comparison. to
rolled a 14.
You also
Plus-
rolled 14.
Yeah.
Plus your what?
Oh, plus
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
8. 18. Okay.
18.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say.
Let's see. Oof.
No,
Bless you. Bless
Oh my
Bless-
god.
Okay. Victor, what's your initiative?
10.
10.
I was too busy checking the door.
And Emmy,
I
what
didn't
is
see
yours?
that the door was a trap itself.
Dun dun dun.
11.
11. Okay. Oop. And let's do this. Alrighty. Cal, you're at the top of the initiative order.
Oh.
So you kind
In the
of
back of the pack.
you kind of watch. You can't really see anything, but you
Okay.
hear strange like